In today's video, I'm going to talk about The Danger of a Single Story, which was presented by Chimamanda Adichie, who is a storyteller who grew up in a university campus in Nigeria. She was an early reader. She used to read British and American novels because they were really easy to find over there, even though there were also Nigerian books written by Nigerian people, but novels from America and British novels were really easier to find. So she started to read all about blonde hair guys, blue eye girls, etc. And she also started to get involved into writing when she was around 7 years old. And she started to write the same things that she read, the same things that she consumed, which again, it's all over about blondies, blue-eyed girls, blonde hair color guys, etc. Then she discovered there were also African books, Nigerian books, written by her people, but there were not as many. But she also realized skin color, chocolate skin color like her, also existed, and that she could be one. She could be like the main character of one single story. But she also wondered, why does this happen, right? So by the age of 19, she went to college in America. People were all shocked about her nationality and the place where she came from. They all thought she didn't know how to use a stove. They also thought she didn't know how to speak English, even though English is the official language spoken in Nigeria. All these reasons made her feel really mad and sad about people because they were making assumptions that they were not even true. So she embraced her identity and was proud of being African. She also noticed how African stories, and stories in general, were told in different versions of one single story. There were a number of things wrong with those kinds of novels. So there was this time when she went to Guadalajara, Mexico. There were people there going to work. There were people walking normally on the street, laughing, smoking, hanging out with other people, etc., selling tortillas. So she felt slightly surprised and a little bit ashamed of herself because she thought Mexico was all over about drugs, cartels, immigration, violence, etc. But she now realized that it was not about that. She has been so immersed in the media coverage of Mexican that is how you create a single story. And that is how you believe it. Because people tell it and you show it to people as one thing over and over and over again, and that is what they become. People believe what you tell them. So she also started to say that there was an equal word about power structures of the words that is Nakali, that translates to be greater than another. Stories are defined by how they are told, who tells them, what, when they're told, how many stories are told, and power is to make the definitive story of a person, even if it's not true. So the consequence of one single story is that it robs people dignity. It emphasizes of how we are different instead of how similar we are. So stories matter a lot, and they can be used to empower, humanize, but it can also break dignity. But they can also repair it. So that is the importance of stories in today's world and the influence